pursue my potential and follow my curiosity.
Yeah.
See what happens.
So potential curiosity, what would I see there? So I'm a podcaster. I did this for passion. I want to fulfill my potential. Am I seeing, I'm not seeing acceptance. I'm not seeing that you need approval from me to do anything. So it's about your personal level of significance.
Mhm.
Like, do I make a difference? But not to other people. But you still want people to acknowledge that you are reaching your potential. You are doing what you say you're going to do. You're relying on your girlfriend. So we're talking about a little bit of a group, but all of what you're saying is about significance. So when I say like you make a tremendous difference in people's lives and you're really enriching other people, you're doing exactly what you're born to do. It hits harder than if I said, lots of people appreciate you and you're in so many great social circles and you're like the center of attention in room. Yeah. See that little,
Grimace.
yeah. But other people who are like the more approval group focused people, when I say like, I can tell like you're the center of all your groups of friends and everybody comes to you for advice. You seem like one of those people, which is an elicitation statement by itself as well. So you can tell that if I used anything that didn't fit your psychology, it feels weird.
Yeah.
And if a salesperson's doing that, they do it by accident. And they say, oh, this is a numbers game because I use this script that I have. I kind of follow this script pretty loosely and I close a 41% or whatever it is. In reality, if you changed how you communicate based on the sub parts of that person's psychology, which are on public display, and they're private thoughts, but they're very public. If you know how to listen to what people are saying and understand what people are saying, you can put that out and it changes how you speak. It changes how you communicate, how you close a sale, how you get somebody to do something. Everything changes the moment you're able to profile a human being and understand who they are a little bit deeper. And if you know the needs, if I know that your need is significance, I automatically know what one of your fears and some of your biggest fears are: feeling insignificant, feeling like you could have made a difference, but you didn't make any difference. Like you didn't leave any footprint in the world, like you didn't fulfill what you wanted to. And any need that I can identify automatically reveals some fears. And if I understand fears, I can also lead behavior that way as well.
I was thinking through the context of being like a CEO or manager of teams.
Mhm.
Um, I guess this is why it's so important to know the different types of people you have in your teams. And also, I used to work on phones doing telesales.
You
And
did?
yes, for many years. When I was 16, I worked at Everest in Plymouth, which was windows and doors and conservatories and artificial grass. And then when I went to Manchester when I was a little bit older for university before dropping out, I worked at Swinton Car Insurance. I worked at a bunch of places. I worked at Fusion Studios selling like photography vouchers. I did Facebook ad sales on the phone back in the day.
Wow.
Lots of telesales experience. And I was just wondering, because in those moments you call someone out of the blue, or they call you asking for car insurance, and you don't have a big window of time necessarily to figure out what kind of person they are.
Not at all.
So how do you go about?
Then you go back to the fate model. So one of the sales teams I recently trained, and I'm not on a confidentiality agreement, but one of the things when they call people up out of the blue is they pretend like their dog just knocked a drink over on their computer right as that person answers the phone. And they're like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Hold on 1 second. And they're cleaning this up and they're explaining like, we just got this new dog. She knocked this coffee over. I'm really sorry. Person doesn't even know who they are yet. But it's so novel and interesting that they stay on the phone 70% longer just because of the spilled coffee and the person saying, I'm so sorry, this is embarrassing, making this admission of I'm a little bit embarrassed on the phone. They stay on the phone longer because novelty captured that mammalian focus.
Interesting. And then if they're on the phone a little bit longer, you can get to know them a little bit better and understand what kind of person they are and better adjust to.
Yeah.
Makes
And
sense.
then when you're saying, I'm so sorry, this is really embarrassing, the other person, most people are going to be like, no, it's fine. It's fine. I don't even know who you are.
Yeah.
We haven't even got to know each other yet.
Is there something that you see most frequent that's deficient in sales pitches when you're training salespeople? Is there like one particular thing that's typically most deficient? that they're not doing?
There's a few,
Okay.
but slowness is a big one.
Mhm.
Authority is lacking in confidence in what that person is selling, and going off of a script. And this is the biggest one. Any kind of script automatically tells our brain. So, like, when's the last time you get telemarketer calls to your phone every once in a while?
Once in a while, yeah.
Yeah, I do too, and I'll answer it. And the moment that it sounds like somebody going, "Oh, hi, Mr. Hughes, this is blank from blank company," my brain knows what a sales call sounds like and instantly checks out of the conversation instantaneously. Even if I didn't want to do it, my brain's already starting to shut this guy out of my life because it sounds like everything else I've ever heard. So, since our brain is so good at making apps, I know, because of just knowing neuroscience, if I'm calling and I sound like a salesperson or I sound like something you've heard before, you're done. You're going to get off the phone as fast as possible.